guys, welcome back to Demetra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you a very basic recipe, how easy it is to make basmati rice. And I'm just making simple, plain, white basmati rice. Now that's my favorite rice to cook with. It's really delicate, it has a nice aroma to it. They're not very starchy, so they're light and perfect to accompany any recipe. I make them a lot of times to go on the side with stews, or even some soups go really good with it, like a lentil soup goes nice with it. They look like this, and they're so super easy to make. All you need is the basic recipe, and then you could add lots of things to it, like chickpeas and stuff, but we'll talk about that another day. Okay, so you need a few cups of basmati rice. I'm making 3 cups today. So I have 3 cups in here that I've just rinsed out a couple of times with water. So what I just did was I put them in my bowl, and then I filled my bowl up with water, cool water. I just moved them around and then drained out the water, did that 2 to 3 times. And then I left it in here to soak for 15 minutes. And you want to do that. That gets rid of some of the starch and makes them cook up really light and fluffy, and doesn't make them heavy and starchy. So you just need the rice, a little bit of salt, and olive oil or butter. You can use anything. So the ratio is very, very simple. 1 cup of rice uses 1 cup of water. So for each cup of rice, you need 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil or butter. So it's really 1 to 1 to 1. Really, really simple. So I'm just going to drain this water out, and then I'll put them in my pot. I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I drained the water out. I'm just going to put all of my rice in here in my pot. There's some left, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to get those out. Since it's 3 cups of basmati rice, and I just used 3 coffee cups, any measurement you use is fine. 3 teaspoons, flat teaspoons of sea salt. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm not really going to measure, it doesn't matter. Put a little more, it's fine. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay, I know it's a little bit more, but that's fine. It'll prevent it from sticking even better. And now I'm just going to put 3 cups of water in here. That way I could get the rest of this rice out. 3 cups right here. You could definitely skip this step and not do everything in this bowl. I just did it because it's a big clear bowl and it's easy for you to see what I'm doing, but you could do all of that in the pot. So just soak your rice in the pot, rinse it in the pot, put everything in one pot, then you have one less thing to wash. Okay, so everything is in my pot ready to go. I'm going to turn the heat on high, and I'm going to cover it and leave it alone. Once it comes to a boil, it's going to take about 5 minutes for it to come to a boil, depending on your stovetop, how strong it is and what pot you're using and everything like that. So once it comes to the boil, I'm going to stir it, and I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, it's going to take about 15-20 minutes, and the rice will be ready. Okay, so the rice has started boiling. I'm just going to give it a nice stir, and I'm going to let it cook just until there's a little bit of water left, and it's going to make sort of little bubbles. I'll show you what that looks like. It happens really quickly. As it's boiling, it's making those bubbles, and the water is evaporating at the same time. So as soon as you see them coming up everywhere and there hardly be any water left, you're going to reduce the heat to the lowest flame, cover it, and just leave it alone for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it's going to be completely ready, but you cannot uncover it because now it's going to continue to cook in mostly steam. Okay, so 15 minutes have passed, and the rice is perfectly cooked and completely ready. So now you just want to carefully, with a flat spatula like this, kind of fluff it up so that way it stays separate. And that's it. It's that simple to make really nice, light, white basmati rice. So make sure you go ahead and you make this with your lunch or your dinner. And leave comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.